कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 रामेति कृष्णेति नाम संकीर्तनं सदा लोकक्षेमाय कुर्वन्तं प्रेमिकं सद्गुरुं भजे कलये सुंदराकारं सदैकप्रियदर्शनम् अज्ञाननाशकं देवं सद्गुरुं मुरलीधरं मुरलीमण्डितकरकमलं मुनिजनमोहनं व्यत्यस्तपादं वनमालाधारिणं प्रेमभक्तमण्डलनित्यकीर्तितं प्रेमिकवरदम् आश्रयेऽहम् नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्वपापप्रणाशनं प्रणामो दुःखशमनः तन्नमामि हरिं परम् श्री हरये नमः श्री हरये नमः श्री हरये नमः राधे राधे to all our beloved family members of GOD North America who have been involved in the Akhanda Mahamantra Kirtan across North America. My pranams and Radhe Radhe to all our brothers and sisters there. Every day, while we spend the day with the divine name, we are trying to spend the evenings remembering the sadhus who had Bhagavan Nama as their very existence. We started south from Tanjavur, went a little bit northeast towards Bengal yesterday. Today we will take a small route to the western part of India, the great Panduranga Bhaktas, via Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, of course. Our Swamiji sings that the divine name not only purifies the one who chants it, but also purifies the place where it is chanted. I am right now in the heart of the hearts of all our satsang people, which is Madhurapuri Ashram. And Swamiji always insists on chanting the divine name all through the evening of Dasami, which is today in India, so that people who come for Ekadasi Darshan are already blessed by the ambience of the Nama chanted in Madhurapuri Ashram. Of course, our Thakurji is there in Madhurapuri Ashram, that itself is a source of all auspiciousness. And the divine name is no different from Thakurji's presence of gratitude and compassion, mercy and blessings, benediction. So our Swamiji sings, Padidum Bhaktarayum Padidum Talatayum Pavanamakidum Kirtanam Padire. The place where the divine name is chanted and the person who chants the divine name, both are made pure by the Mahamantra. Generally, if you are not fortunate, when people talk about the greatness of the divine name, normal people think that it's exaggerated, and it is called Arthavadam. Information. One of the top 10 Nama Apradhas is thinking that the greatness of the divine name which bestows us up to the highest state of liberation is Arthavadam or exaggeration, etc. is a Mahapapam. And Mahatmas have been very vocal about the ill effects of such thinking. It's a fact that the person who chants is made pure and the place where chanting happens is also purified. A great Mahatma whom we all know because we are part of the GOD family is Bhagavan Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Maharaj. He was born in a place called Nardhara, which is in the banks of river Ganga between Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. But then the divine hill, the holy hill of Arunachala beckoned him, and as a child, as a godchild of Tiruvannamalai, he had to heed the call. And then he settled completely in Tiruvannamalai, Arunachala. There is a very interesting incident which happened in the life of one of the devotees of Bhagavan Yogiram Surat Kumar, which our Swamiji narrated to us. So I am going to re-narrate it to you. There was this lady, darshan of Bhagavan Yogiram Surat Kumar after a long while. So she bought a basket full of fruits. And she bought a basket full of fruits and a bag full of fruits. She took the basket, rushed to Tiruvannamalai to have the darshan of Bhagavan Yogiram Surat Kumar. And after she had the darshan of Bhagavan Yogiram Surat Kumar, like any Mahatma would, any divine personality would, he took a couple of fruits and gave her as a prasadam. And you all know Bhagavan Yogiram Surat Kumar incessantly chanted chants Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, 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 constantly. And a fruit was given to that lady. She took it as a prasad, rushed back home. And then, though she was not interested to see any other divine personality, her neighbor apparently insisted that there is a great person who has come nearby, and you should certainly come and have his darshan, you see. And this lady flatly refused, saying that, look here, I am not interested. But then you are saying he is a sadhu, he is a Mahatma, I can't let you go empty-handed. There is a bag of fruits in my kitchen out there. You can please offer it on my behalf to that Mahatma. And she took the bag of fruits and gave it to that sadhu. A couple of days passed, and the lady came back with tremendous vigor and anxiety, and she said, you should certainly come and meet that sadhu. He went on insisting, I want to see the person who sent me the bag of fruits. I want to see that person. And this lady said, kya musibat hai? But then a sadhu is asking for a bheti. Sadhu is asking for a meeting. So she went again with a bag of fruits to that sadhu. When all the other devotees left the place, the sadhu called her aside and said, I called you for a reason. You were the one who gave me the bag of fruits, isn't it? She said, yes. And then he pointed out to one orange and said, this must have come from you also. And she was surprised. She was searching for that orange for the past 2 days because that orange was special. She had taken a basket of oranges to Tiruvannamalai, and Yogiram Surat Kumar Maharaj had actually blessed her with an orange. And somehow she thought she misplaced it. Maybe she lost it on the way. She was searching frantically. That was this orange, blessed by Bhagavan Yogiram Surat Kumar. And she said, yes, Maharaj, I have been searching for this orange for the past few days because this orange is special to me. But my story later. Can you please tell me why you wanted to know specifically about that orange, which was not the part of this bag which I told my neighbor to take it to you? The Mahan said, there is a reason. I had all these fruits in my room in the night. Generally, I do a little bit of a dhyana in the night. But then I could not sleep in the night because of this orange. This devotee's interest was piqued even more. And she asked, Maharaj, I don't understand. Why should an orange meddle with your sleep? He said, whenever I tried to close my eyes to try to sleep, I kept hearing Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram coming from that orange. And it did not let me sleep at all. It was blissful, but I couldn't sleep. And so I wanted to know, where did you get this orange? This orange is not a normal orange. Some Mahatma must have blessed you. And immediately she fell at his feet, understood that even this sadhu is a genuine person, because it's not easy to pick up, sanidhya or the divine presence in the objects blessed by Mahatmas. It takes a little bit of divinity to understand that. And she took the orange, prostrated and said, Maharaj, it is my Guru. My Guru, Bhagavan Yogiram Surat Kumar, who gave me this orange. Needless to say, that sadhu also somehow found a way to go and have the darshan of Yogiram Surat Kumar Maharaj. When a Nama Premi, when a Jnani who is immersed in the divine name touches something, stays in a place, that place becomes divine, that object becomes divine. Shall I tell you another example? Our Bhagavan Yogi Ram Surat Kumar stayed in a place in Tamil Nadu, near Chennai, for some time before when he was in the itinerant days, when he was going around. And there was this lovely tree in the backyard of his hostess. And that tree, if I remember right, is a Parijata tree. Okay. And generally our Yogi Ram Surat Kumar Maharaj never used to sleep in the night. He used to go and sit at the base of the tree and constantly chant the Ram Nam all night long. That lady who is a hostess, who is a devotee, said, long after our Bhagavan Yogi Ram Surat Kumar left her house, whenever she goes close to the tree, she used to hear the chanting of Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, constantly. A Mahatma chanting for a few minutes under a tree leaves a divine residue of that presence of the divine name there. Paadidum Talattayum, Paadidum Bhaktarayum, Pavanamakidum. Let me tell you one more example. You all know we have about 40 Namadwars all around the world. There is a Namadwar in a place called Tanjavur. Let's go back to Tanjavur today. It is in a place called SBI Colony. Swamiji opened that place. And the way in which we got that land for Namadwar is very interesting. Swamiji used to go to Tanjavur often to do lectures and to meet devotees, etc. Once he was invited to that place where the Namadwar stands right now by an person, an elderly person. And Swamiji went to that place, and immediately Swamiji was very, very divinely intoxicated. And then he asked this person, I see a white Krishna running here and there. This place is a place where I think a lot of bhajan has happened in the past. Do you know the history of this place? And the owner did not take much time to understand that before he came to this house, there was a family where they did Roj, Nityam, Ashtapati bhajan. They were Krishna devotees, and that Krishna was still around. And our Swamiji said, I want that Krishna. And Swamiji took the Krishna to Chennai. And then when our Namadwar got established, that Krishna went back there. This was a place where bhajans happened regularly by people who loved bhajans decades back. But then that bhajan which happened decades back managed to actually purify that place. You see, Paadidum Bhaktarayum, Paadidum Talatayum, Pavanamakidum. Nama Sankirtana not only purifies the person who chants, but also the place where it is chanted. That's the beauty of Nama. And we are all chanting, either in Namadwars or at home. And for us who want to serve our Guru Maharaj, Namadwar is a home. Our home is a Namadwar. If we happen to come by a Namadwar, we chant there. And if we are at home, we consider that as a Namadwar, which is heart of our beloved Maharaj, and chant there. That's the beauty of this divine name.